I go ask?
Ask the exercise professional.
That song reminds me of Elvis every time I hear it.
Elvis Presley.
Yes.
The king of rock and roll.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, mommy was busy doing some exercise there. And well, that's what we're going to be talking about now. You know, the obonge of it all. It is a well-known fact that if you would like to live a long, healthy life, exercise needs to be a fundamental part of that plan. Unfortunately, many people associate exercise with going to the gym, getting a membership,
paying membership
fees and all kinds of equipment, lifting and all kinds of things. But I'm sure it's not that bad. I don't go to the gym.
How would you know?
I don't think.
Are you a professional?
I don't think if it were, there wouldn't be so many people going to the gym. Well, what do I know? A fitness consultant is right here with us, and he's the director, Institute of Registered Exercise Professionals, Joel Uzamere. Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't see no big muscles on you.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What happened? Normally, gym instructors are kind of...
Yes. So it's just the same way you think that all women should be size 8. Fitness is not
if you're a Nigerian man.
Okay, well, fitness is not really all about muscles.
No.
Yeah, muscles are important, but we all have muscles. I tell people we all have 6 packs. The problem is something is covering the 6 packs. So
the shirts.
Well, so yes. So I am a fitness professional. I am more of a fitness consultant. I train the trainers and audit the gyms.
Okay.
So I don't spend a lot of time in the gym, but I have my own routine and
you don't spend a lot of time in the gym anymore, right?
Yes, anymore actually. Yeah, that's correct.
How did I guess?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
You mean the frame is still there?
You still get them. You still get them. Now tell us. I want to start thinking about keeping fit now. I'm just thinking about it. I want to start doing that now.
But I'm afraid.
Where do I start?
No, wait, but I'm afraid. Having heard that if you need to keep fit, you have to go to the gym, you have to get all those equipment, get heavy lifting and all those things. So that's scary enough.
Get a treadmill, get a bike.
So there are 2 things we talk about when it comes to questions like this. They are what we call motivators and demotivators. One of the demotivators is this perception that you need to be inside the gym. Now, is the gym important? Yes, but that is not what fitness is. Fitness is basically the ability for you to do your work effectively without undue stress or fatigue. And after you're done with your work, you still have enough time for emergency or recreational activities.
Or energy.
So, yeah, you have enough energy. So you don't have to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Bruce Lee or any of those people for you to
look fit. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger now.
Now.
Maybe in the past. Yeah.
Okay, but my point is fitness is living well, is lifestyle, is ensuring that you're keeping your muscles active, your heart is active, and that when I'm saying that, I'm talking about cardiovascular exercise, for instance. Your heart is active and strong, your lungs are active and strong, your muscles are not, as you grow older, there's something called atrophy, where your muscles begin to reduce.
Stiffen.
Yes, no, not just stiffen, but also reduce in size, and they begin to sag. So if you see people see that their arms and all that are sagging, if you see boxers who have maybe boxed for you, if you see them now, maybe Arnold, for instance, you see him all sagged out. And so this one of the things that exercise does for you. Also mobility and bone density, because as you grow older, your bone also begins to go through arthritis and osteoporosis and other things that happen to the bone as you grow. So fitness is not just about muscles and weight loss. Fitness is you living optimally.
Now, there's too many questions to ask you, but let's begin. You mentioned cardiovascular exercises.
Yes.
It suggests to me there are different kinds of exercises.
Fantastic. I think that's a very fantastic question because, yes, so we have majorly under health-related fitness. So we have what we call sport-related fitness and we have health-related fitness.
Thank you.
Now, for health-related fitness, which is what everyone needs that comes into the gym, what you need to work on is first your cardiovascular system. And yes, that's in the order of importance. Cardiovascular system first.
Okay.
Muscular system.
Cardiovascular, okay, mention them.
Yeah,
mention
cardiovascular system.
Yes.
Your muscular system, which will have both your strength and endurance.
Okay.
And then your flexibility.
Okay.
So let's start back from the top.
Back to number one.
So when we say
Cardiovascular.
we are saying exercises where you need oxygen in order to perform that workout. So for instance, when you dance, you notice that over a period of time, you now begin to need oxygen because your body is using up a lot of oxygen and energy in your body, and so your body is requiring oxygen.
Actually, I don't know that I need oxygen. I just know that
you are panting.
I'm panting.
Yes, so that's the point. So swimming,
The dancer doesn't know what
dancing. So you know what I'm saying? Because some people think that aerobics or cardio is when you go and do what we call aerobics in the gym. It's not called aerobics, it's called dance to music. And so if you can take a walk around your estate for 1 hour, 30 minutes, you have done cardiovascular exercise. You see the point? So I'm not trying to tie it to the events or the routines we have in the gym. I'm trying to let you know that anytime you do any workout and you see that your body begins to need extra oxygen or your body is needing to cool down itself, which is why you produce sweat, then you are doing some kind of cardiovascular exercise.
So if you run up and down the stairs a few times.
Yes, that is good if you're young. Yeah. So the other thing about...
So you're saying that Alero can't?
No, there's something we call the grace years. You know, when you're in those grace years, you know, there are some things you shouldn't do.
Flattery will get you very far.
Well, that's my job.
It will get you very far.
There are some things that you don't do. And that is why even in cardio, it's important you get a professional because there is high impact and no impact exercise. There's cardio that can get you into trouble, and there's cardio that is good for you. So
okay, now, I just told you that I want to start.
Okay, yeah.
So how do I start? You've advised me. It's good for me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so how do I start? Next step.
The first thing you should do, I will go to what you want to hear, but the first thing you should do, you should get a fitness assessment done. Okay. Meaning that there's something called the VO2 max.
The doctor?
No, the fitness professional.
Okay.
So
right.
it will do an assessment and find out the amount of oxygen you are using per beat. That means by any time your heart is requiring you to beat. Okay. So let me just say this to you. When he does all that assessment, he will then know what to advise. Okay. Now, but let me assume that I have done that. I don't want my students saying, I heard you give recommendation without assessment. So we've cleared that part. So let's assume we've done some assessment. We know where you are. We know the volume. We understand all the oxygen and everything has to be your body. We know your muscle and all that. The first thing you will do is to start with what we called low intensity, long duration exercise. So there are 3 types of exercise you can do. There is low intensity, long duration, mid intensity.
Walking.
It doesn't matter what the exercise is. I'm going to now go to the exercise because you can walk and it's high intensity by running. You know what I mean?
I said walk.
Or bricks. So if you bricks walk, for instance, it is mid. If you walk, then it is low intensity. Okay, so using our feet, just walking will be mid intensity. So if you're doing any low intensity, ensure it is long duration. Okay, that way you get the best of your exercise. But what most people do is that I'm walking and they tell Joel, I've done 10,000 steps today. That doesn't do anything for you. What you want to do is, well, no.
I'm very proud of my 10,000 steps.
I don't mean it that way. I have, you know, but I don't mean it that way. My point is that can't be what you're using to calculate the amount of workout you've done for the day.
Okay.
It's not enough at all. It doesn't cut it. I mean, because of the festive period, I want to talk about some of the things that we will drink and eat.
Oh, we'll get there.
Which we'll get to, hopefully. But basically, what you want to do is start slow and let your body get used to the workout, to the technique. And don't, when you start hard, you tell yourself 10 reasons why you cannot continue. So when you start with long durations, you can listen to music, you can do whatever you like.
Start at 4,000 steps.
No. 10,000 steps is not even what we're talking about now. Let's not talk about steps now. let's just talk about the workout. And let's use minutes. So start with mid.
You just cut me down.
No, it's fine. The problem is I've seen so many people with 10,000 steps, but
They're
still
not healthy.
Done
Yes.
inside the
Yes, they're
house.
still really unhealthy. So they just do the 10,000 steps. I don't know how they get it, but.
Well, if it's 10,000 steps of brisk walking, well, okay, 6,000 of it is brisk walking, and the others is just
It's
walking.
not the same thing as 10,000 of being in your house. My point. Somebody
So-
brisk walking and somebody just, walking.
Leisurely walking
Yeah,
around the
it's
house.
not the same thing. Because the intensity matters.
Now you know. So that smartwatch of yours,
Wow.
10,000 steps.
No, it's
not a
dissuade
big deal.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It shouldn't be your fitness goal.
I'm not dissuading you. I'm just telling you.
Yes,
it's not enough.
Yes, it's not. That's it. It's not enough.
Says the man who doesn't even do 5,000.
Come on. I beg your pardon. I'm not even giving this pardon to you. I'm begging it right now. Because I'm very proud of my routine, by the way.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Except that
We'll talk
once
about that.
I begin to notice that my blood pressure is rising, I know that my exercising is low. Speak to that.
Great, but you shouldn't wait for.
No, I'm just saying.
For it to go high.
Yes, that's good. That's fantastic.
At least you know you're conscious of it.
But guess what? Some people are not that lucky. Some people get their blood pressure high and they're on the floor.
Yeah.
Don't forget that heart attack and stroke comes
give
from
announcements.
Yes, they don't give announcement, and they're from this same thing. That it is when your blood pressure is so high and you have an eruption in
Somewhere.
the heart or towards the brain. That's stroke and that's heart attack. So what you should use is what we call maximum heart rates. They are. Let me just tell you the easy way to calculate it. There is a more scientific way to do it, but that comes with you paying a fee. But technically,
You will pay a fee too.
but anyway, wait. But let me just tell you this:
Okay.
whatever your age is, minus 200 would serve as a basis for you to know this is my maximum heart rate.
Say that again. Whatever your
Whatever
age.
your age is,
Yes.
subtract that from. Let me change the figure now. Just stay with me. From 220.
Okay.
Whatever that figure is your maximum heart rate. Meaning that when you're exercising, by the time you get,
220 minus
let's say for instance
your
40.
age. Okay.
Let's say 40. That means that when you're working out and you have your smartwatch, which you should get by the way, if you're above 40, you should check. The minute you see that your heart rate is doing 180, take it easy. Take it easy. Because to lose weight, you don't need to crash your heart rate. Losing weight or being fit is not from you crashing your heart rate. And most times when you get to that maximum heart rate, you get too tired at work. Okay, that's another discussion. But
We'll come to the work.
you just want to. Don't
Slow
wait for
down a little.
your BP.
Now, this is the Yuletide season, so let's speak
Yes,
to that.
yes.
No, the next time you're coming here, by the way, you're going to come with those checklists of before you start. What are the fitness assessments you do before you start, working out?
Yeah, I can tell you that off my head, but it's fine. Next time.
We'll come to that. Let's talk about the Yuletide.
Yes.
Because there's going to be a lot of, Alera mentioned it several times, a lot of eating, a lot of drinking, with the right things and the contrabands
Yeah.
in this season. So what are the to-dos and not to-dos?
Okay, so let me put it this way. During the seasons when people are vulnerable, they tend to think, oh, I should rest. I mean, this is holiday season. Let's all jolly and have fun. But this is one of the
And relax.
yes times where you will gain so much
the
calories.
season to be jolly.
Huh? Oh, you're in trouble, man. Okay, so this is one of those seasons where I just want to ask people not to throw caution out, and just if you already have a routine, stick with it. Stick with it, and do your best to just continue in the gym and all those kind of stuff. Because the truth is, this is when you have more time to either go to the gym or do the workout you do in your home, or watch what you eat, and not just because you're tired, you grab the first thing you want to eat. So this actually is a season to actually check your lifestyle and say, you know what, I'm at home, I'm around. Let me eat a bit more healthy. Let me eat stuff that is a bit more healthy. But let me just tell you some of the realities that happen now. This is where people sit down at home, put on TV, and are just eating what you call snacks. So
Cakes.
Yeah, so they will eat in the morning
Biscuits.
and say, no, I'm just going to eat once today. And then they'll eat all sort of snacks. And then when it's like 3, they'll be like, I'm not so hungry. And then maybe at 9 they'll eat one. And you say, how many times? You're like, I had just twice. You know, and so they feel, and remember, we are moving less. So there's not even any activity. There's no stress at work. There's nothing that is causing your body to burn any calories. So what you want to do this season is actually pause. Because for every calorie you take in, you will daily pay for it. There is no way out.
Calorie that you take in that you don't burn.
Yes, you will daily pay for it. And of course, when we talk about calories, we're talking basically from your basal metabolic rate, meaning that there is a standard amount of calories that your body needs to survive every day. So for men, I think it's roughly 2,500 calories, and for women, it's 2,300 calories. But by the time you take your first meal, you've done about 900 to 1,000 or 1,200 calories, depending on how heavy you are.
Why are you looking at me?
And then by the time you add 1 bar of chocolate,
oh no, let's not even go there.
For the day.
We are done for the day. And you know, there's this mindset that I can take maybe 1 soda, you know, just take a little soda drink, then maybe in the afternoon a cup of juice. Then because I don't want to, I want to, you know, lose weight. I'll take malt. I won't take soda. I'll just take malt. By the way, malt hours times 2 of whatever Coke has. Sorry, whatever soft drink has. Times 2. Huh. No, you don't need to say hi. Just buy the product, look behind it.
And it's written right there.
They will tell you per 10 ml. That means that whatever you are saying, multiply it by, if it's 50. So you multiply the 10 by 50. Don't go and look at it and you see, oh, it's just 50 calories. Oh, wow. They are put somewhere there that per 10 ml. So you have to multiply that to get the figure. So that's 150 calories for your soft drink. And then for your malt drinks, it's 265 calories only. Actually lower than beer. But the problem with beer is that you don't take 1 bottle.
So if you take 1 bottle, you're safe.
I just said that Coke is 150, beer is 250, beer is 220, then
so
malt drinks is 265 calories.
My soft drink is safer then.
Yeah, but I'm not saying you should drink it. I'm telling you.
I know.
Yeah, but technically, those who are trying to run away from
certain drinks
and thinking that maybe a drink like a malt drink will help.
A fizzy drink.
Yes, you're just going back to, it's just worse.
Now,
where you don't want to go to.
For the fizzy drink, we also hear, right, that it's dangerous for the bones. Is that correct?
Ooh, okay. So,
especially at certain ages.
So for me, as a fitness professional, I don't see the correlation just directly that as I'm drinking this Coke, it's affecting my bone. But what I can tell you is this, that when you do not exercise, you have different cells in the body that helps with bone formation. We call it, don't worry. So there are different things in the body. Now, as you grow older, the cells that help you to develop bone or to mature your bones, they tend to work lesser. You see something that maybe you find, maybe it's a young person, maybe your grandchild or something, and in 2 years you find the child and the child is all grown up. Yeah, it's because the bone forming cells are very active. But as you grow older, your bone forming cells go lower. So what you need to do is to exercise. But when you're not exercising the bones by giving it weight to lift,
are you drinking certain things?
Yes. So as I said, from my own profession, where I understand things like arthritis and osteoporosis and those bone problems comes from you not doing any weight-bearing exercises. Okay, not really from the nutrition point of view. So I'm sure maybe a nutritionist or a doctor will be able to explain that aspect. But for me, it is when you do not perform weight-bearing exercises that you begin to have that. And I tell this to women, they go into the gym or they are in their home, they don't want to do anything that has to do with weights. And they say, oh, I'm going to build muscle. What you're doing is that you are calling arthritis to come faster. Because there's no other way to pursue arthritis away than for you to develop your bones.
Joel.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of women have knee issues.
Do you know why?
Yes, I want to know why.
Yeah,
and what can we do about it?
Fantastic. So first of all, one of the problems is it's like you're trying to solve something that's already a problem. So the main issue is that the knee is the weakest joint in the body. That's number one. So it's not only women that have this problem, also men. The minute you are big on the top, you're going to put in a lot of pressure here. And if I see a lot of women doing things like skipping, jumping, all those high impact exercises, they put a lot of pressure on your knees. Now, should you do those exercises? Yes, but there's a certain amount that you should do, and you shouldn't do more than that number. So for women who have that, the first thing is to go to see a physiotherapist. They should first check the condition of that knee. Now, having checked it, if it's fine and it can function, then you come to a professional and begin to do exercises that strengthen that joint. That's really what you want to do, exercise that strengthen the joint. Not to then start doing exercises like skipping. I talk to a lot of women, that is what puts them in trouble. Or loads of wrong squats. Remember the last time I was here, I showed you how to do the right squat. Or getting...
But she wasn't here, so you may have to show her.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But my point is, or even getting on a stationary bike in your home, and it's not on the right angle. You have not placed the seat where it's supposed to be. So there are many, many things that people go into gyms and they get discouraged because they come back and they have these injuries in different places, or the injuries are not making them do the workouts. So you will need to do that. So what I would advise is, if you have that knee problem, talk to a physiotherapist. From there, get some knee support, and do exercises that are not weight bearing, meaning that there's no impact upon your knee. There are many you can do.
Walking.
Thank you very much. Swimming. Even just playing table tennis, but in a not jumping over the place like a professional, obviously. So there are many things that we can do that we don't have to put so much pressure on the knee, so that it doesn't become something that it becomes a problem as we grow older. We need those knees as we grow older, I tell you.
Well, I kind of agree with you, but just a quick one.
Yes.
As we close now, what are those things that, especially for old elderly people,
okay,
gentle exercises that they can do? People who are active at work, leave home early, come back late, but during this Yuletide, when offices close, maybe on Friday of this week, they, as you said, they're going to relax.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of those gentle movements that they need to do? Is there a specific time that they need to get into?
Okay. So permit me, because the mother of exercise is nutrition. So let me say that if you do not watch what you eat, it doesn't matter what I tell you right now, it won't do you so much good. There's a measure of good it will do you, but not so much. So let me just say this. So during this season, please look for things that are alive and are colorful to eat. Fruits are alive.
When you say alive, it sounds like
I know. The idea is to... Yeah, so...
Thank you.
Yeah, well, fish is alive, but ensure that it is roasted.
Dead before...
Ensure it is roasted, smoked, things like that. My point really is do that. But more importantly is that do exercises that you enjoy during this season. The reason why I'm saying that is I can't just tell you what to do without knowing your peculiarities.
Okay. Consultation.
Yes. So no, it's just the fact. So if, for instance, you have a table tennis in your home, or there is a sports center in your estate, those things will inform what I can say to you that you should do. But hey, take walks. If you're strong enough, take some dogs and try to work out every day. And that will help you during this season. But more importantly, watch what you eat. I've told you about the drinks. I've told you about eat colorful food. If you do not do that, even if you spend 5 hours, trying to do something,
we have to go.
Yeah.
Because you have scared us enough today.
Fitness consultant Joel Uzamere, who is Director, Institute of Registered Exercise Professionals. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
coming to point us in the right direction this Christmas
when we resume
season.
next year, you're coming to guide us.
When we have finished eating all the junk and we want to know how to get rid of it.
Okay. I'll be here.
See you in just a moment with the home stretch.